Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Toronto Roundup, the final one!
Yes.
This festival has zoomed by, so you have until Tuesday the 31st of August to
10 p.m.
10 p.m.
British summertime.
British summertime. To watch all of the films and cast your votes if you have rented the collection.
Yeah, as we're going to see later, there's a lot of people who are still yet to cast their votes. So you've still got some time. You've still got another weekend. If you're in England, you've got a bank holiday weekend of indie film watching before you have to choose your two favourite films.
Amazing. So let's recap the prizes and the structure of how we move into the network round. So you may have seen a stream yesterday where we highlighted some of the jury picks so far. That doesn't necessarily mean that they are the films that will be migrating into the network round, nor does it mean that the films that we're mentioning here today will migrate into the network round. But if they manage to hold on to their votes, they will be.
Yeah.
So it all depends on what happens over this weekend. But two audience choice films from each programme, along with a handful of judges' films from each programme, will migrate into the network round. And this takes place on the Network Hub for our members to watch the films and for us to decide.
And you lift of jury.
And the lift of jury to decide the films that will be winning, receive an audience choice or a season award nomination.
Yeah.
There are 14 categories up for grabs in the season awards, so there's lots of opportunities to hand out nominations across the board, and 4 filmmakers will be invited to join us on the YouTube channel for the Audience Choice Award, where we'll be screening their films muted in the background and finding out more about each of the projects. We actually have the New York one coming up on Tuesday the 31st, so do make sure to tune in for that one.
And speaking of New York,
but also, the overall winners of Toronto will be screening in Toronto in 2022. But yes, speaking of New York,
we got something very exciting to show you.
We have 5 speeches from the winners of the New York Festival to share with you today. We're going to start with 3 and then we'll do some more towards the end of the stream. So these are filmmakers that either won a screening in New York, won an Audience Choice Roundtable, or picked up a Season Award nomination. Let's start with Joe and his film, Hello Sunshine.
Perfect. Here we go.
Hey Liftoff, my name is Joe Quint and I'm the director of Hello Sunshine, a film that just won the Best Short Documentary Award. It's a film about a woman in North Philadelphia who, after decades of gun violence trauma, decades of domestic violence trauma, has found a way to channel her experience into service as a crisis responder, as helping people who are in active opioid addiction, going so far as to reverse the overdoses of over 700 men and women. She works with families with unsolved murder cases to help them find a little bit of peace and justice. But it's mostly about how her healing, what drives her is helping other people, is healing other people. It's a layered story. It's an inspirational story. It's one that we hope to continue to see where it goes and to see what questions it answers. It's currently making the rounds of other festivals, both in the U.S. and abroad. And the best way to keep track of upcoming screenings is by checking out our website, which is hellosunshine-film.com/screenings. And it's an important story that we believe deserves to be told and one that we're excited to share and shine a light on. Thanks for listening.
There we have. That was Joe and his acceptance speech and a little bit more information about what is happening in his career and coming up. The next one we have is by Johnny Gonzalez and In the Water Behind the Lens, which picked up a Season Award nomination for Best Feature Documentary.
Let's take a look.
Hey Liftoff, my name is
Hi Liftoff, my name is Johnny Gonzalez. I'm the director of In the Water Behind the Lens, and the film was nominated for Best Feature Documentary, which I'm very excited about, and I can't wait to go to London to meet everybody, especially Rupert. Seems like a cool dog. The inspiration for the film came from me being a water photographer, and people asking me like how I got the shots. Was I on a board or was I on a boat? So I want to tell the story about the dangers and the challenges that we face to get the shots seen in magazines worldwide. And I'm currently working on another film in pre-production with Dan Merkel. We're going to do a 4-part series on his life. He's a pretty incredible photographer, and I want to tell his story. And as far as seeing the film, it's doing the film festival circuit right now, so hopefully it will be on all the major platforms in about 4 or 5 months, hopefully. And that's about it. So I'm really excited, and thank you very much. And can't wait to go to London. Thank you. Bye.
There we go.
That was Johnny. And then the final speech that we would like to mention right now is a firm favourite among the audience.
Record-breaking, right?
It was record-breaking, exactly. And Jennifer will be joining us on the audience roundtable on Tuesday, so do make sure to tune in for that one. But here she is with her film, A Man Cleans a Toilet.
Hi Liftoff, my name is Jennifer Hernandez and I am the writer-director of A Man Cleans a Toilet that just won the Audience Choice Award at the New York Liftoff Film Festival. The inspiration behind this film was just my own experiences of seeing the disparity and the inequalities between brothers and sisters in Hispanic households, how division of labor isn't very equal, and I decided to highlight this in a humorous way and make a man clean a toilet. My future plans as a filmmaker is to write more films and stories about female friendships and the Hispanic household, Hispanic families, since those are two genres and two areas that really inspire me and I can relate to and work in my filmmaking next. Hopefully at more film festivals that I'm waiting to hear back from. Thank you. Bye.
Nice. So we could be asking you to send us in an acceptance speech, which we'll be screening in a couple of weeks' time if you pick up any of the prizes for Toronto. Should we find out what films are currently in the lead?
Absolutely, and take a look at the stats as of 9 a.m. this morning.
Yes, let's go. Should we start with New Voices?
Let's start with our New Voice Shorts programme. Am I going to kick this off?
Yeah,
for you?
you kick it off.
Okay. So we've had 80 people watching this programme over the last 4 weeks, which has been amazing. And we've seen the votes really climb up on this programme over the last few days. We're now on 55, but that still leaves a lot of votes still due in. But as it stands, we have had people watching from 9 countries. So that's also really cool. Huh? Strong majority of those from North America. And in pole position at the moment is still Bear.
Well done.
So this is on 11 votes. And not far behind it, we've got Scrambled Eggs on 8. But firstly, Bear, directed by Ronak Kamat, who was on our focus groups.
Yeah, he was.
So he's been really engaging in this festival, so thank you, Ronak, if you're listening. This is the story of a naked man who frequents apartments to watch women sleep. It's only told by one woman who nobody believes. There we go. So if you're interested in this sort of mystery thriller, do take a look at Bear. And then not far behind it, like I said, is Scrambled Eggs. Again, this has been top of the charts now for quite a while. This is a 5-minute short from Canada, directed by Kevin Forbes, about a man suffering from dissociative episodes who tries to go about his day, all while questioning what is real. There we go.
So I can see the chat room is coming alive this morning.
Absolutely.
So it's great to see some of the filmmakers featured here today by Forge Photography. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Mick.
Hi, Mick. So Mick is the filmmaker that you've been speaking to quite a lot, right?
Yeah, Mick and George have been speaking to us a lot. They joined in the focus group. Their film is screening, which we're actually going to mention very shortly. Their film is screening in the features programme this month. And we are also going to take a look at something else that they've posted on our network hub at the end of this roundup.
So stay tuned for that. But let's move on to the next programme. So moving on to Trendsetter Shorts. So this programme has had quite a lot of viewers, 174 viewers, currently on 127 votes. So then again, quite a few more votes to come in. So this could all change. We've had 1,464 playthroughs and 13 countries chipping in and giving the films a watch. So currently in the lead we have Give Time on 33 votes. Closely behind that, I say closely, there's a big gap actually between these.
But equally, the amount of votes that are still due in.
This is true.
I believe actually, if I take a quick look, on every single programme, the number of votes that are still due to come in could change the first and second film on every programme. So that's exciting.
That is exciting. So the film that is in second place at this moment in time is Oh Brother, and that is on 19 votes. So if we just go back to Give Time, this is directed by Louis Olivier, and he is a Canadian filmmaker. It's 21 minutes, and it's a drama romance. And this is based on the true moment shared between two lovers. Give Time tells a story of Alice, a young woman grieving the loss of her lover, Leo. And Laurent, who is the lead actor in this, has been very engaging throughout. He's often been sharing stuff on Instagram and is very active in the hub. So if you have given this film a watch, make sure to reach out to Laurent and connect. And if you're both based, or if you're based in Canada, then you can try and network and get some other projects out there. He is an amazing actor. Okay, so moving on then to the next film, which is Oh Brother. This is directed by Pierce Crisgo from Canada as well. So 2 Canadian films in this program, which is fantastic. So this film follows the 2 university students attempt to bury their anxieties through partying and MDMA, only to contend with toxic masculinity that stops them from truly connecting. So there we have it. They are the 2 films in the lead for the Trendsetters programme.
Okay then, on to Judges Select Shorts. We've got 72 people watching this. 54 votes are recorded on the audience choice tally so far.
There we go.
And at the moment, we have got The Poem in pole position on 11 votes. So this is a Canadian drama directed by Matt Handy. The lonely young man finds connection with a mysterious stranger by writing alternating lines of a poem on the wall of a subway platform. Very cool. Go and check it out. And then High Stakes and Hot Dogs, a film we've been mentioning a lot over the month. This is a Danish short directed by Jonas Robsted Nielsen and Magnus Axelsson. In High Stakes and Hot Dogs, we follow Omar in his failed attempt in seeking revenge on the racist Jan. As Omar is forced to do the robbery, he himself has just reported to the police.
There we have it.
Lots of action in that one. We've had 471 playthroughs of short films on this, and we've had another country join the list. So we've now had people tune into this programme from 15 countries across the globe.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
All right. Okay, so then moving on to Trendsetter features. We've had 61 viewers from on 55 votes. So again, a few votes to still come in here. We've had 271 playthroughs and 11 countries watching, including Australia, Fiji, wow, also North America, as you would expect as well, some Canada and United States. So Horseman is on 23 votes, and I'm Sorry If I Took a Toll on You is on 21 votes. So lots of movement can happen here, and maybe another film will sneak in over the weekend. Horseman is directed by Alan Merriot, and this is a film from Costa Rica. It's a documentary feature. So it follows a mounted police officer, Carlos, as he shares his passion for horses from home to work. And I'm Sorry If I Took a Toll on You is directed by Jake Burgess, and this is a Canadian thriller. After his parents' death, newly orphaned Kath travels up north to her recently inherited lake house, where she meets Ryan, a likeable man happy to fill the void her parents left.
Amazing. And then last but not least, we have our Judges Select Features. We've had lots of We've had lots of viewers jump onto this programme in the last week. It's suddenly shot up. So we've now got 56 people watching, 44 votes of which have come in. Top of that list is All In on 30 votes, which is huge.
Wow.
And then we're actually going to mention 2 other films because they're tied just behind today, Volunteering on the Line and Stroke of Luck, which are both on 7. But to start with this one, we have got All In, produced by Richard Rayner and Sarah Wiley, which is a character study, buddy movie and courthouse crime drama all wrapped up into one. So there we go, lots of people have loved that film. We have Mick and George Child's feature film here, Volunteering on the Line, a UK documentary all about the Britain preservation lines. Very interesting.
And then tied with this one.
Equally tied with Stroke of Luck, who have had all the votes come in really recently. We haven't mentioned this film before yet, so that's quite exciting. This is a film from the USA, directed by Christian Frelling-Husen. Young Nathan has pulled a damaging prank at his school in the city and is sent to his father's farm to work it off. But Nathan finds much more than he bargained for when he gets there.
So there we have it. These are the films that are currently in the lead. And as we've mentioned over and over again, everything can change. So it'll be exciting to see when we're sitting back here next week which films will be migrating into the network round. So we have got 2 more films to announce. We've got 2 more acceptance speeches to announce. So let's move over to that. So let's see what they are.
Here we go.
Hi Liftoff, my name's Everett Marston, and my film The Line just won the Audience Choice at this year's New York Liftoff Festival. The Line is inspired by my feeling of being trapped by societal pressures. I use this to create a world in which men and women are kept completely separate except for reproduction. This allowed me to explore a world in which society controls even the most natural of emotions, and the characters couldn't even follow their hearts. Thanks to my amazing cast and crew, we were able to bring this story to life. My next project, La Pierre, begins filming this October here in upstate New York, and I look forward to sharing that with everyone when it's finished. As for The Line, you can see it next at the Buffalo International Film Festival, and I thank you all for your continued support.
Thank you, Everett, for that. And then we have one last one, which is My Hair, My Rules, which was a feature film that we screened. So let's hear from Ronald.
Hi Liftoff! My name is Ronald Hinton, and I'm so excited to announce to you guys that my film, My Hair, My Rules, co-directed by myself and Joel Almada, has just won Audience Choice Award at the New York Liftoff Film Festival. My Hair, My Rules explores the emotional connection men of color have with their hair, and it's inspired by my own hair loss journey and my experience getting a hair transplant. You can watch every single detail of that experience in the film. Since My Hair, My Rules, I've been working on a pilot titled Natives, which follows the lives of a group of queer native New Yorkers and their experience adulting in this hustle and bustle of New York City. To keep up to date with My Hair, My Rules and anything else that I'm working on, you can follow my production company at Shared Soil Productions on any social media platform that you have. Huge thanks to the New York Liftoff Film Festival and the Global Liftoff Network. Bye!
All right, so Everett and Ronald will be joining us on the Audience Choice Roundtable on Tuesday. I've mentioned it a few times, so tune in for that on the 31st.
Nice.
So moving on over to the Network Hub and what we'd like to mention with Mick Charles Post. They are building a studio at the moment.
Super exciting.
And they are asking for members to submit their scripts essentially or reach out. Yeah, they're looking for screenwriters.
Yeah, this is really cool. They're turning a large space on their grounds into a recording studio with a green room. It sounds fantastic. They're not quite finished yet, but soon will be. And they're going to be offering all sorts of things, like primarily it's going to be a showreel recording space. And what they're looking for is to really make this a bespoke opportunity for actors. So they're looking to get screenwriters on board, paid, who they can really write specific material for people. Or also, I believe they wanted a few generic scripts to have in the locker, so to speak. So as they said here, just have to email at forgephotography@mail.com. And I'm sure you would speak with Mick and George further about that, what they might want to see, some of your work, your portfolio or anything. So do get involved with this, because I think this sort of thing is an amazing opportunity, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Also, they're prolific in making work too. So this is sort of like a side venture, a way of sort of funding some of the productions that they want to work on. So the possibilities once you collaborated with these guys, I'm sure would be endless.
So do head over to the Network Hub and comment away on this post. They've also posted a few images as well, so you get a sense of the space.
Yeah, let's have a look. It's going to be really cool. Look, the doors have just gone in.
Here they are.
That's just gone in. And this is the space. It's going to be really large and very cool.
There we are. So thank you, Mick, for sharing that. And
Yeah.
if you're watching this and thinking, well, I've got stuff to share as well, then please put it in the hub and we will do our best to announce it during the streams and get more eyes on it.
Absolutely.
There we go. All right.
So, Tuesday, 31st of August, 10 o'clock BST, 5 p.m. EDT. That's when
festival.
Toronto ends on Vimeo on demand. And then later on in the week, we will be migrating to our network hub, as Natalie mentioned.
Okay. So have a happy weekend of watching indie films, and we cannot wait to see which films make it through to the network round.